Hey folks. Oh, let me just grab some music. Nope. Wrong audio device. There we go. Oh, let's adjust my seating. Oh, okay. Right. So, had a week off or so, mostly just because schedules weren't lining up all that well. Like, just kind of how it was. I just had a lot of shit going on. But we are carrying on from where we left off. We have most of, like, the base class is largely ironed out. Still not 100% on these capstones, or the capstone, should I say. But I think it's fine. Like, ultimately speaking, I think it's I think we're in a position where we should be all right. Because even if this does need to change, it's not the end of the world. Subclass wise, I'm in a position where I would happily make more, but I'm not going to force them unless I have a potential like time thing. I'm not sure if it really fits the theme. Like, I know it was I think it was Cult's suggestion of like sort of space time and sort of having that sort of dichotomy. Not 100% on it though. I know what I would want to do with it, and I know how I would go about doing it, but again, I don't know if that's what I want to do specifically, but we will see. Still a few things to iron out, like spell lists. Only a couple of the subclasses have them. And only like one of them I think has like a complete one, but but I'm very happy with what we have so far. I think obviously power testing is like power testing may deem a lot of this to be like insane and I need to tone it down, but who knows, we'll see. Oh, I left this note for myself and I'm like, only now sort of like, I think I know. Right, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep this here. I'm not going to touch on this right now. That's a little bit too loud. I'm going to turn it down. That's a little bit. A neighbour's dog. Not one of my actual neighbours, but like someone who lives near me has a dog. There's lots of dogs around here and I hate dogs. They're so loud. They're always the yippy little fucking shits as well. I hate them. I have a pathological hatred of dogs. So, spell-wise, I think we're in like a, we're off to a start. This is my ideal. Is to end up with these numbers. If that's not where we end up, then so be it, right? The class doesn't need a bajillion exclusive spells, but it certainly can't hurt to have them. Wizard, for instance, is the core example, and Wizard has like 4 or 5 every bloody level. 4 firsts, 3 seconds, 2 thirds, a fourth, 2 fifths, 6 sixths, 3 sevenths, 5 eighths, and a ninth. So yeah, they have at least 1 of every level. They don't have any cantrips, actually that's the point, but I guess Wizard's thing is they distribute their cantrips out to everybody else. There's no exclusive Wizard cantrip, for whatever reason. For first level spells, we're currently sitting at 3. Axial Tilt is in the kind of position where I could and may well end up making it a 2nd level spell. And and make it last until the end of your next turn. But I kind of prefer this one, where it's, first level bonus action, run along the walls, just for this turn. Constellation Cloak is like Armor of Agathis, except it grants D4s on saving throws, which I think is kind of neat. I'm not sure how strong it is, mind you, but I do think it's cool. Starry Strike gives you... they take an extra radiant damage. Additionally, the next attack roll made against targets made with advantage on a hit. I should say this attack deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage. On a hit or a miss, the spell then ends. I'm not sure specifically how good this is. Specifically because you can, it scales on the secondary damage, and you can just totally whiff on the second one by just rolling badly. But I don't know for sure. We'll see. We've got Waxing Radiance, which is a very simple, it's a fairly simple spell. It is a better Burning Hands at second level. It does more damage, gives you advantage on attack rolls against the targets. I'm not 100% on it, to be honest. Like, even after reworking it once, it just feels a bit bleh. But don't know. Okay, strange. Said my computer do some very strange things, and I was just staring bewildered at it. But it appears to be fine now. I think it might have been a graphics card thing. It was just sort of flickering a bunch. But it has seemingly stopped, and hopefully is not going to do it again. But so yeah, we got Satellite Strike, another smite spell. It lets you like Misty Step to a creature, which is good. Empty Expanse, you can make a big bubble of darkness that does damage to things. Geomagnetic Aura is... yeah, you make sort of a zone around you where you can pulse lightning at people. And then Solar Flare just lets you AoE blind. So my primary plan is to make more sort of Gish-oriented spells. More smites, more combat buffs, things like that. itchy spot, like right on the back of my head. Oh. So where to start is the question. Where to start? I guess making another first level smite spell is probably a good idea. That seems sensible. Oh. Of course I did give them True Strike. Nice. So I'm looking at smites. What sort of vibe do we want to go for? I just need to like. Oh. It's like looking through like astrological phenomenon and stuff, looking for like themes and shit I can touch on, but I'm not seeing anything. Some comet stuff. We got like eclipses. Eclipses I want to save for a higher level. Is there another term for space dust? Cosmic dust, extraterrestrial dust. Oh. Dust cloud strike. That's a terrible name, but I'm gonna roll with it for now. Force damage to the target. Succeed on a Constitution saving throw or suffer. Immune to blindness. Yeah, no, I don't think this should be a save. Because as of right now, this is literally just... This is just, like... this is just like a, vicious mockery, but with a save that's easier for most creatures to make. That rolls into the start of your next turn. There's a trait like this. I can't remember what though. There's a trait that specifies like, oh, it sees without the use of its eyes, and I don't know what it is. It's like a spell, I think. Unless the target is immune to blindness or can see without the use of its eyes. I'm not sure how good this is. It feels, it is saveless. It feels good. All one long sentence. Yeah, I'm not 100% on this, but I think it's ostensibly okay. Okay, no, my coffee is still too hot to drink. Alas. Let's take a break at some point soon. Well, not soon, but at some point, because I'm very hungry. this is new. No, it isn't. Never mind. I stand corrected. Okay, right. Cosmic corruption. Right. Manifesting it in a 30-foot. The sphere spreads around corners and oh no, not heavily, lightly obscures its area. With tiny particles of stardust. Pulverized rock and dust. Whenever a hostile creature casts a spell within the area, hostile creature casts a spell within the area. A hostile creature casts a spell within the area. It must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Spell fails and has no effect. On a failure, its spell fails and has no effect. Regardless if it's saving throw, the target takes radiant damage. Equal to 3d8 plus the level of the spell it cast. That is cool. That is cool. Because it is, you know, it's a not small area. You will either, you know, cause someone to risk losing their turn to this spell. Additionally, whenever a hostile creature enters the area for the first time, make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on that spell. Hang on, let me go read the casting a spell section. Nah, the spell area is big enough as is. So this is a direct counter to concentration spells. And it also, like, if you drop this on top of an enemy caster, there's a lot of ways you can place this in and make it quite useful. Most prominently, you can drop it on... So you could sort of place it so that they are on one side of it. So they're on the side of it closest to you, and they would either have to dash to get out the other side of the spell's area, or they would have to willingly move towards you and the rest of your party to leave the area, thus putting them in a really bad position in the first place. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with this, I feel. Placing like AoEs is something that people in 5e don't really think about at all, because AoE damage rulings are kind of weird, because all of them are like enters the area, and technically enters the area means willingly enter. So even if you shove a creature, to my knowledge, off the top of my head anyway, even if you shove a creature into trying to think of an AoE spell, like a damage over time spell. Fuck. Fuck. I can't actually think of any. Shit. Oh, into a Spirit Guardians. There we go. If you shove someone into a Spirit Guardians, to my knowledge, they don't actually take the damage, which kind of blows for fairly evident reasons, I feel. This is cool though. Cosmic Corruption is a holdover from the older version of Astromancer I used to use. Cosmic Corruption is a 4th level spell. Do I have a 3rd level spell? Oh, it's Satellite Strike, okay. All AoE spells are worded like that. Enter specifically means willingly enters, which is stupid and obviously shouldn't work that way. However, that is technically how it works. Yeah. Like, I don't run it that way because, you know, encouraging people to play the game in a dynamic capacity and actually work together is something that I think honestly, like, is probably one of the biggest things 5e struggles with, because not a lot of mechanics play that well together. Unless you're a rogue, there's not really much your party can do to help you directly. Like, there's just casting a buff spell, which, you know, is synergy in the same sense as, you know, lifting someone out of a burning car wreckage is synergy. Like, you know, like, it's helpful, but you're not doing anything, you know, you're not thinking out of the box, you're just doing what you should be doing in that situation. You know, actual synergy of, like, you cast, I don't know, a spell, and I'll cast another spell and push them in, or I will just shove them in. You know, give something for, you know, fighters and barbarians to sort of team up with spellcasters, rather than the spellcasters just kind of having to play around the melee marshals. But I don't know. I'm super hungry. Oh, I fucked something up, and my, oh, it's fine. I'll sort it, it's no big deal. Spell stuff. I'm in a position at the moment where I'm, like, sort of struggling to come up with things. I've made so many smite spells in my time, I feel like I've fully explored, like the design space. I don't feel like there's really much else I can add to it. Is the problem. Ugh. I'm in sort of a... I'm thinking of like Gish-esque effects, like Gish adjacent stuff, and I'm really struggling to come up with things. I feel like we definitely need to make some cantrips. Mostly just because of their extra attack, and giving them like good cantrips that aren't, you know, just the blade spells to combo with this extra attack ability. But I'm not sure exactly how to go about that. That's the problem. Something I haven't actually mentioned is that next Monday is the 100th Homebrew stream. I feel like I should be doing something for it, but I have absolutely no idea what. I could go back through like old stuff and be like, oh, you know, make a list of all the things I want to go look back through and sort of talk about them and design stuff, but that I don't know how interesting that's going to be, both for me and for you know, and like other people. It sounds like it could be a really interesting experience, or it could be super fucking boring and take all of about 40 minutes. I don't know. Not to mention that a good portion of it would just be several small ads, because a lot of things I make on here are things I end up putting in books, and it would just be like, oh, I made this, yada yada yada, go buy the book it's in, or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know. It's my only idea of like something specific to do. Like anything else is like, I don't really know. So my 2-year anniversary of streaming is next month as well. Fuck knows what I'm gonna do for that. Fuck knows. Like, I did the 1-a-day one-shot last year, or the 1-day one-shot last year, and it's like, it was a fun experience, but I'm not sure I would ever want to do it again, is the main thing. I started, I think, at like midday and didn't stop streaming until about 9 p.m. And, you know, I had a good time with it, but man, did I really want to stop after like, 6 or 7 hours in, and I still had, I still streamed for 9 hours. Or maybe longer. I don't remember specifically when I started, like how long that's. I'm actually going to go look. I'm going to go find out how long that stream was. Because I know it was long. No, it is it's about 7.5 hours. That was around the time Van Richten's. Oh wait, no, it was a little while after Van Richten's had come out. I still need to do the write-up for that, because I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and do it. I really just haven't, like, at all. I would like to, though. I would like to. I'm really just not, like, vibing with making spells, like, at all right now. Like, I like, Duskcloud Strike I'm, like, on, and like, Cosmic Corruption I think is cool. It definitely has the capacity to be not very fun, but that could just be a case of, something I can fix or change, like, easily enough. Ooh, okay, no, I just had an idea. Oh, that coffee tastes awful. Oh, that is horrible. I ran out of coffee yesterday and I went to Tesco instead of Asda for more coffee, like instant coffee. Oh, that is fucking rancid. It's not good. Yeah, watching that all the fucking way down. Jesus fuck. It tastes horrible. Either way. Third level, conjuration. You fold space-time around you. whenever you make a weapon attack on your turn, you immediately teleport Let me go look at blur. No, it's not blur, it's blink. Okay, no, I must be thinking of something else. Spaces occupied. Maybe I'm thinking of wing, which is one of mine. Oh, banishment, banishment. That's the one. Okay, right. Wormhole strikes. I have an alternative way of doing this spell. At the end of the turn, That is cool. Yeah, that's cool. Being a Void Astromancer with this spell looks incredibly fun. You precast, or you cast this to round 1. You do your thing. Round 2, you throw down a thing. You Void Rush to it. You move through a couple people. You swing around. You fucking teleport everywhere, and then you go right on back and do it all again next time. I'm not sure how good this spell is, but I fucking love it. I think it's fun as hell. Wait, that one's staying. Wormhole strikes. I keep having Wormhole Warrior, and I'm like, I'm not fucking calling a spell that. That's too stupid. Wormhole Blade. Honestly, just Wormhole, I think, is the cooler name. I'm gonna just go with that. It's a case of more second level spells. It's probably the way to go here. Gone art proof now, so responding to it. There we go, right. Second level spells is what's sort of biting me at the moment. I'm not sure. Do they get Shadow Blade? They do. Some kind of Shadow Blade adjacent spell could be interesting. Because Shadow Blade is very good. Like, Shadow Blade is like an actually like legit spell. I'm surprised I don't see people sort of talking about it more, because it is honestly really cool. It's a Blade Singer's dream, and an Arcane Trickster's for that matter as well. I guess with Blade Singer, it's Spirit Guardians is more valuable, so I guess that's probably why, realistically. But it is a very cool spell. I'm a big fan of Shadow Blade. Some kind of second level utility spell I feel is in order. What do they get at second? What can they not do at second currently? Vortex Warp is forced teleportation. Undulating Oddity lets them is a blinding effect. Spider Climb is Spider Climb. Skywrite is Skywrite. Silent Shatter, Shadow Blade, See Invisibility, Scorching Ray, Rhymes, Binding Ice, Pass the Trace, Nathan's Mischief, Moonbeam, Misty Step. So they've got stealth, they've got damaging spells, they've got damaging spells with secondary effects, they have movable dots, they have teleportation, they have defensive stuff, they have weapon buffs, they've got flight, they've got healing stuff, they've got fast, I guess. Fuck Kinetic John. No, Kinetic John can eat my ass. Shardalon Strider is cooler, and does the same thing but better, so yeah, fuck Kinetic John. All my homies hate Kinetic John. Accelerate, aid, animal messenger, attract, repel, augury, blindness, deafness, blur, borrowed knowledge. The only AoE like crowd control spell they appear to have is at a glance at least is Rhyme's Binding Ice, so maybe something to marry with it, like some kind of AoE that I'm not sure does something. There's a crowd control-y effect. Maybe ranged options? Like, what have they got ranged at second level? What can they... Wait, no. Ranged. Scorching Ray is here. Scorching Ray is a spell that they get. So that's kind of pointless. Maybe we give them a fluff spell at second level. Like something... Well, I guess they have Constellation Message, which is from the first archive. Right, I'll probably move away from spells at the moment because I am drawing all kinds of blanks right now. So I am going to move over and look, just have a scan through the subclasses and see if I'm sort of missing anything really obvious. Right. Sigil of the Asteroid. Fighting styles get archery, dueling, group fighting, and 2-weapon fighting. Special impact. When you manifest your sigil on a creature, you may have that sigil mark them for as long as the sigil remains manifested. The first time you hit a marked creature with a weapon attack each turn, your sigil assails the target with a barrage of cosmic energy, and it takes an extra 1d6 force damage from the attack. Once you've marked a creature with this feature, you can do something. Might of the Meteor. Whenever you deal damage to a creature with a special impact feature, you may invoke one of the following effects. You can do it a number of times equal to proficiency bonus. After that, you need to do other shit. If a radius sphere centered around the target becomes filled with ethereal stones and debris until the end of the next turn, while the area persists, it is difficult terrain to hostile creatures. The radius sphere increases, yada yada yada. Collision course. The target must make a strength saving throw against your Astromancer CC on a failed save. It's pushed up to 10 feet in a straight line away from you and is knocked prone. Mind Trap until the start of your next turn. Target can't take reactions instead of disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You can use your Cosmic Conduct feature when you miss with an attack roll, as well as when you fail an ability check or saving throw. When the sigil is manifested on a creature, the target must make a Constitution saving throw at the start of each of its turns, taking damage equal to the damage dealt by your Spatial Impact feature on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. This, Impact Tremors, feels like it should be 10th. Because that is a really strong ability to get at any level, especially that early. Cataclysmic Might. The Astromancer mind and meteor features are augmented as follows. Whenever a hostile creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, it takes... First time on a turn, starts to turn there, it takes 3d6 force damage. If the target collides with a solid surface, it takes... For every 10 feet it was pushed, the target is pushed into another creature. That creature must make a dex save against your Astromancer. Stops and takes 1d6 force damage for every 10 feet it was pushed. Okay, yeah. Sigil of the Crucible. You get a +1 bonus to AC as long as you aren't incapacitated. Additionally, you get proficiency in heavy armor. Whenever a creature within your aura, aura radius, you can reduce the damage the target takes by an amount equal to. Does Ancestral Guardian work like that? No, it's Spirit Shield, isn't it? Yeah, it's just by 2d6. Scales. When a sigil is manifested on a creature, the first time that creature makes an attack roll against a creature allied to you or targets creature allied to you with a harmful spell on a turn, must make a wisdom saving throw against your spell succeed, taking spell save or half as much on a successful one. Whenever you use your Astral Cradle feature to reduce the damage a creature takes, the target gains temporary hit points equal to the amount into the damage reduced, which lasts for 1 minute. Additionally, whenever you start your turn inside your aura of inside the aura of your Astral Cradle, you gain temp. Cool. And Crucible's Vanguard combat, you get a special reaction. You take once every creature's turn, except your turn. You can use it to use Astral Cradle. Honestly not sure how good this feature is. Like, I guess it lets you cast Shield and also use this as well, so I guess, yeah, that's the real power here. Celestial Displacement. As part of your bonus action to manifest your sigil, or as a bonus action on subsequent you can see your manifested sigil. You invoke a powerful gravitational force on a creature or object within 30 feet of the sigil. The target is pushed up to 10 feet in a direction that is horizontal to you that you choose. In a direction you choose that is horizontal to you. And a willing creature can resist this effect with successful strength saving throw, which you see you target with this feature must not be being worn or carried, must weigh no more than 30 pounds. Well of Potential. When you manifest your sigil, choose either pull or push. Whenever a hostile creature starts its turn within your sigil's aura, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failure, it takes 1d6 force damage and suffers an effect based on the chosen aspect. It is pushed 5 feet closer to your astrological sigil. The target is pushed 5 feet away from your astrological sigil.
Creature has your sigil manifested on it, it has disadvantage on saving throw made against the feature and is not pushed on a failed saving throw. So it's your turns while you can change which effect it currently exudes. You or an allied creature moving through your sigil's aura spend only 1 foot of movement for every 2 feet you move. Additionally, hostile creatures moving through your sigil's aura spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. And 30 feet of sigil must see no cost. So yeah, welcome in. Currently going through design for a new class. So the target is banished to a harmless enemy plane while the other target is incapacitated. Yeah, I feel like Graviton Horizon is crazy. Oh, also, I forgot to set it on a use limit. Once you have used this feature, you cannot do so again until you complete a long rest. Oh, it's the E in rest. Healing the guidance cantrip, see its lodestar, gives you guidance. If you already know the guidance cantrip when you use feature, you can choose another option from the Astromancer spell list. Okay. As part of your bonus action to manifest your sigil, or as a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can summon a cosmic companion. The cosmic companion appears in an space of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of your astrological sigil. This companion is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. See the creature's game statistics in the Cosmic Companion stat block. You determine the creature's appearance. Some companions take the form of a creature made from starry constellations, while others look like glowing comets. In combat, the companion shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. Yeah, so that section I copied from elsewhere, so it should be fine. It persists for 1 minute until it is reduced to 0 hit points, until it uses feature to summon the companion again, or until you die, upon which it fizzles out of existence. Once you've used this feature, you cannot do so again until you finish a short long rest, unless you have expended a spell slot first level or higher to do so again. So yeah, has a death burst ability. Whenever a hostile creature starts to within 30 feet of your astrological sigil, that creature is surrounded by cosmic light for 1 minute. While this light persists, the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius around it. The light makes it impossible for the creature to benefit from being invisible. Additionally, whenever a creature makes an attack roll against a creature surrounded by this light, that creature rolls a d4 and adds a number rolled. The result of their attack, on a hit, the light fades. When your cosmic companion hits a creature with a radiant pulse attack, one creature of your choice you can see and it's within 30 feet of your companion or your astrological sigil gains temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt. Yeah, okay. Creature takes damage from your cosmic companion's death burst. That creature is surrounded by cosmic light as per your guiding light feature. Additionally, as part of your bonus action to command your cosmic companion, you can cause it to drop to 0 hit points at the end of its next turn. Yeah, I think that works. As part of your bonus action to manifest your sigil, or as a bonus action on subsequent turns while you can see your manifested sigil, you can immediately fly up to 30 feet in a straight line towards your sigil, followed by a trail of shadow and stardust. When you fly in this way, you can fly through other creatures, and you don't provoke through spaces occupied by other creatures. Hey, let me check kinetic, John. you can move through the spaces of other creatures. It doesn't count as difficult terrain, and you don't provoke an opportunity attack when you fly out of a hostile creature's reach. To use this feature, briefly empowered by the void the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Creature with a weapon attack before the end of your next turn, the target makes an extra. Okay, yeah. That should do it. So yeah, welcome in. Currently in the process of working on class stuff again. Just going through stuff. I'll probably be taking a break fairly soon because I am very hungry. But I'll be gone for 15 minutes or so. Space Slip. Whenever a creature misses you with attack, you use your action to use your Void Rush feature. So if your action uses feature, you can choose to become invisible. You remain invisible to the end of your next turn. When you become invisible in this way, yeah, so you also manifest your sigil very far away. Whenever you move through a creature's space as part of your Void Rush feature, you may choose for that creature to take a bunch of force damage, some force damage. Whilst your sigil is manifested, it exudes an aura of shadow and a 20-foot radius around it, filling its area with dim light. Additionally, whenever a creature takes damage from your Void Rush or Astral Tail features, if it's in the area of dim light or darkness, it takes extra force damage. Yeah, that all works. And Sigil of the Watcher has the weird ability that is very long. You get Perception and an extra Astromancer cantrip. Oh, someone's just sparked up a fire outside. I'm going to have to close my fucking window. Ugh. This smells horrible as well. Whenever you manifest your sigil, you may have it appear in a pulse of radiant starlight. Each hostile creature within 10 feet of your sigil makes a con save, taking force damage on a fail save or half as much on a successful one. When you manifest your sigil in this way, it emits a 10-foot radius aura of illuminating starlight for as long as it remains manifested. Whenever you cast a spell, there's a missing that in here, that allows you to make an attack roll against one or more creatures inside your aura, or forces one or more creatures inside your aura to make a saving throw. Choose one of those creatures. Attack, roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one attack roll made against the chosen creature as part of the spell, or saving throw, roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from one saving throw the chosen creature makes against the spell. Once you've created your aura, you cannot do so again until you finish a short long rest, unless you expend a spell slot first level high to do so again, and the damage scales. Starry Insight. While your sigil is manifested, you can sense as if you were in both its spaces and your own. Additionally, when you cast a spell with a range other than self or make a weapon attack, that attack or spell can originate from your sigil space. You can have up to two astrological sigils manifested at once. Damage to create a third causes the first of them to disappear. Additionally, when you use your celestial manifestation feature, you may use it a second time as a part of the same bonus action. Yeah, and Stars Align, I think I may replace with the old version. Reeks. I'm gonna close my window. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, I'm back. So, Event Horizon does need a fluff ability at second. I'm not sure where I want to go with that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to stream working on Astromancer more. Mostly just because, like, class is largely done. Everything I'm doing now is just making spells, and that's not something I can sit down and do continuously for several hours. This is the kind of thing that I will, sort of work on incrementally over, like, sort of for, 20 minutes to an hour every night for a few weeks, whilst I, sort of iron out the last of the spells and write flavor text and shit. So this may well be, certainly for the foreseeable future, the last Astromancer stream, just because I'm not really hitting any sort of notes that I'm all too, I'm sort of sitting here, like, fiddling with things and, like, sort of muttering to myself over coming up with spells, and it's not interesting, either for me or for anyone else. Like, it's the kind of thing I want to be able to sit down whenever I want to, and just sort of, I'm at that stage where I want to be able to just sit down whenever I want and say, oh, I have an idea, and just write it down, and not have to, like, save it or whatever. Be able to sort of have that kind of, sit and have a concentrated thought about making spells for 20 minutes, every night, and, every other night actually come up with one, which this method here is not conducive to allowing me to do, it's generally how I come up with spells, especially when I sort of have, like, a vague quota I want to meet. I'm not being super rigid about it. If I can't come up with 3 second level spells and I can only do 2, then so be it. Or if I can't come up with any cantrips, then whatever, right? Like, I don't care. Compared to a lot of other classes, I could literally stop here and it would be better it would have more exclusive spells than most of the classes in 5e. More than Sorcerer, more than Bard, more than Artificer, more than I think even more than Ranger at this point as well. I think it's about on par with Ranger. Has like 6 or 7 unique spells, he says. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 has 9 exclusive spells, and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yes. How many does Paladin have? I know Paladin has like a reasonable amount. That's 13. So yeah, we are actually in a position where we could just straight up stop here if we wanted to. But I'm not there yet. Druid is a full caster. Druid has 19. How many does Cleric have? Cleric has 22. So yeah, I guess we definitely need to do some more. Unless we're Sorcerer, I guess, and then we can go fuck ourselves, but giving sorcerers spells, either to learn or just to put on their spell list for them. We don't do that here. But yeah, I think I'm tempted to stop here, and I honestly think I might, because I'm in a position where I don't really want to like force myself to do like a whole bunch, just because I'm like, yeah, I've sort of hit a wall with Astromancer, not in the sense of I don't have any ideas, but I need to, sit down and look at this intermittently rather than have a 2-hour sit-down session with it. I'm at sort of the nitty-gritty bit where I can't and I don't particularly want to sit down for 2 hours and bash things out, because there's nothing really to bash out anymore. It's all slow, methodical, coming up with ideas and templating them, and like, we're up to the boring bit basically, and I kind of want to stop streaming it here. Which kind of sucks, because like Monk and Paladin, when I reworked them, I did them from start to finish, and it was a great experience that I had. I think I did some stuff with Paladin off stream, but like it was a couple subclasses and that was kind of it. And Monk I just did from top to bottom, but I will definitely come back and do a rundown of this once I'm happy with the final version of it. So yeah, I think I might sign off here. On Monday, I will be doing something for the 100th Homebrew stream. I do not know what that is, though. By all likelihood, I will go through all my old stuff and, sort of go through the stuff I've made over the past couple of years and, talk about it a bit, talk about design stuff, talk about, various bits and pieces. But yeah, I think I will stop there. I have some other things I need to do tonight anyhow, so I guess that sort of works out, I guess. But either way, I hope folks have enjoyed themselves. I will hopefully be seeing some of you on Monday. See ya.